One of these plants spreads underground faster than most people realize. One quietly crosses into the lawn before the third summer. Another looks completely harmless at the garden center and becomes a 5-year argument with your shovel. And the plant at number 1 is so aggressive, some gardeners spend years trying to remove it after planting only a single pot. These are 11 perennials I wish someone had warned me about earlier. Plants that start beautifully and slowly take over everything around them. The catalog photo shows year 1. I want to show you year 5. Stay with me, because number 1 is the plant I regret planting more than any other in my garden. Number 11, obedient plant, Physostagia virginiana. The name is deeply misleading. The flowers are obedient. The plant is not. 4-foot pink flower spikes bloom in late summer, and pollinators absolutely love them. Cottage garden catalogs have pushed this plant for decades, because in year 1, it looks spectacular, upright, controlled, elegant. Year 3 is when the problem starts. Underground rhizomes begin spreading in every direction. 1 clump becomes 5, then 10, then suddenly obedient plant is appearing between your peonies, beside your roses, and halfway across the bed where you definitely did not plant it. In moist soil, it spreads aggressively. Some gardeners love that. Most eventually regret it. If you absolutely must grow it, keep it in dry soil and treat it like a contained spreader, not a polite perennial. Number 10, lemon balm. Crush a leaf between your fingers and it smells like fresh citrus tea. Charming little herb. Soft green leaves, bees everywhere in summer. And then it starts multiplying. Lemon balm belongs to the mint family, and it behaves exactly like one of its cousins after a few years in open soil. Underground runners spread outward while seedlings appear across nearby beds. What surprises most gardeners is how slowly the takeover happens. Year 1 feels manageable. Year 2 still seems fine. Year 4, you realize half the bed belongs to lemon balm. I lost 2 coral bells beside mine over the course of several summers simply because the plant outcompeted everything around it. Container only. That is my advice now. Number 9, bugleweed, Ajuga reptans. This is the plant every shade gardener eventually buys at least once. Glossy purple leaves, blue flower spikes in spring, beautiful ground cover in nursery photos. The problem is not how it looks. The problem is how it spreads. Ajuga sends out above-ground runners that root every few inches. By the 3rd year, those runners begin crawling into nearby lawn, under shrubs, between stepping stones, anywhere bare soil exists. Once it gets into turf grass, removal becomes miserable. Many gardeners describe it the same way. It looked beautiful until it was everywhere. That sentence follows this plant around like a shadow. Number 8, plume poppy, Macleya cordata. This is one of the most dramatic perennials you will ever see. Huge blue-green leaves, tall, creamy flower plumes, 8 feet of architectural drama in midsummer, and almost no normal suburban yard is big enough for it. The underground rhizomes travel astonishing distances. A friend of mine planted 3 along a fence line, thinking they would stay contained near the back corner of the yard. 5 years later, shoots were emerging through gravel nearly 20 feet away. That is what this plant does. It travels quietly underground until one day it simply appears somewhere else entirely. Beautiful plant, wrong scale for most gardens under an acre. Number 7, chameleon plant, Houtunia cordata. The leaves are almost unreal. Pink, cream, green, yellow, sometimes 5 colors on a single plant. Garden centers sell it as a colorful shade ground cover. What they should sell it as is a permanent life decision. The underground rhizomes are incredibly difficult to remove because every broken fragment can regenerate into a new plant. Digging usually spreads it further. Some gardeners describe the crushed leaves as smelling faintly like fish. Others say rotten citrus. Either way, once this plant settles into a bed, getting rid of it becomes nearly impossible. A single nursery pot can become an entire colony. Quick pause here, because there's a pattern you may have noticed. Almost every plant on this list was once extremely popular in American gardening. The problem is not that these plants fail. The problem is that they succeed too well. The catalog rewards fast growth. The gardener pays for it 5 years later. And number 6 might be the most famous example of that entire pattern. Number 6, Lily of the Valley. This one hurts a little because the fragrance is incredible. Sweet spring flowers, tiny white bells, deep nostalgic charm. Half the people watching probably remember this plant from a parent or grandparent's garden. I understand why people plant it. But the underground spread is relentless. Thin white rhizomes creep beneath mulch, beneath pathways, sometimes even beneath shallow edging. A small patch becomes a colony, and once established, removal becomes a long-term project instead of a weekend chore. Beautiful plant, very difficult roommate. Number 5. Ribbon grass. White and green striped foliage that moves beautifully in the wind. In the late 1990s, this plant was everywhere, and then people realized what it actually does underground. Ribbon grass spreads through aggressive rhizomes, capable of traveling through almost any soil condition. Year 1, tidy clump. Year 3, spreading patch. Year 5, it's crossing boundaries you thought would contain it. Many gardeners eventually end up removing entire sections of soil, trying to reclaim the space around it.